Hi, I'm Carcina.
Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows Carcino and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. Go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them. Welcome, everybody. This is the truth behind the Lavar Ball divorce. Here's why the wife is divorcing Lavar Ball.
Oh, that was pretty attractive. And I'm
Larry Wheels?
Yeah!
How do you know Larry Wheels?
Man, somebody was telling me about him, and they was like, Lavar, you should have him on your podcast. I'm like, I don't know who the hell Larry Wheels is.
Oh my God.
And he was like, oh, no, this guy right here. And he had this girl, and she was all in the weightlifting and this and that, and now she gone. I said, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I streamed it before.
What? That's crazy. So now he solo. This is the love of my life and this and that, and you find out, no. Because I'm going to tell you, at the end of the day, it's always going to be some girl that's super attractive and better looking than the last one you saw or the last one. It's going to be better. So hopefully you build a foundation where the beauty within, you created a love where she's going to be the most beautiful thing in your sight. And that's why even with my wife, who Tina decided to go her own way. That's why you don't see it right here. But
Let me tell you about an app called Free Cash. Free Cash is the #1 app worldwide, allowing users like yourself.
Okay, well, enough of that. I don't need free cash. But let's get back to this.
our run. We had our run. So even though she had the stroke and getting older, she would never be like, oh man, she was always beautiful in my eyes until you say, I want to go do something else.
Yeah.
Now you're not as beautiful to me again. And the fact that if you decide to go this way, I'm going to go that way, that's fine.
That's deep.
It is what it is, man. And like I said, anytime you can find somebody you can stay in love with for a long time or for one day or whatever, if you can witness that love, that's good. I had that with her. And I found somebody else. But it is what it is.
Wait, who?
No need to worry. And you know
Sorry,
what? I'm gonna give you something, and it's somebody who's working for me. That's why I'm telling you. That's why.
Oh my God!
That's why.
Congratulations!
You don't worry about that. No, we ain't gonna congratulate on that or nothing. I'm gonna leave that alone now. But you know why? That's why I told you.
First and foremost,
Now, that was around the association. That's the first time I ever seen him, but that's the first time that situation was brought up. It is spreading like wildfire. This explains a lot of the activities that's been going on. Now, the narrative has been going around that poor Lavar Ball, his wife just left him after 30 years, and he stood by her side when she had a stroke, and he nursed her back to health. He was there, and then when she got better, she just left him. Y'all really believe that happened? Y'all really believe that's the reason why? Let me tell you about Sino. Sino get to it. Well, everybody wanted to be first and run out there and say what was going on. All Sino had to do was pick up the phone and say, hello, Jesus. Now, Here's what the truth is, good people. This had a lot to do with activities that was going on with Lavar, how he was acting, and how he was snapping out, and personality shift. After the partner had lost all that money of Lonzo's and put the company at risk, the whole brand, and Lonzo lost millions, which he made back. The wife was upset with how he was doing things. And Lavar is somebody that don't like to listen, not even to his own family or his own wife, unfortunately. Now, the word around the campfire was the wife found out Lavar Ball was messing around with an assistant. Somebody who was supposed to be assisting him, she's seen some irregular activities from her husband. She saw some things that she did not like with his behavior from the moment he got ill from his diabetes. He was neglecting his diabetes. He wasn't listening to her when she tried to help him. He got sick. He went to the doctor. They told him, hey, you need to take your medicine. You need to do this. Lay off these foods. You got to do this. He didn't want to hear it. Still wanted to drink that yak. He still wanted to smoke them cigars and doing that, knowing he had them diabetes. And they went in there, they had to take some toes. And they told him, we're going to have to remove some toes. And then it went from the toes to, we're going to have to take the foot. Then the infection went all the way up to like the knee. So that was an adjustment period for him. So she knew she needed to be there. He threw everybody out. Everybody tried to visit him in the hospital. He didn't want them there. The kids called him, just call me on the phone. I got it. I'm good. Y'all going back to y'all business. Everybody go do what they got to do. Don't worry about me. I told you I'm good. Go and do what you got to do. He became real snappy, real angry, real bitter. So she was there the whole time, doing his rehab. She there, he's sending her away. Every time, I'm good, I got it. But the assistant, she can come see him whenever. Then, not only that, he comes home. He's got to, they're getting his prosthetic and everything. He's got to go in. He's got to learn, get used to the prosthetic, get used to wearing a prosthetic, how to take, thing off, falling out of the bed because you're going to think your leg is still there and it's not. You don't sleep in the prosthetic, so he's going to be soreness. You got to rub the cream. She did all of this. She was there for him. He pushed her away. Started having this midlife crisis thing. And was like, oh, she want to go on and leave. Because she's finding out that this man was not being true. This is what I heard. Lonzo don't even want to talk to him, really. He upset with him over the divorce and the whole thing. But it's his father, The mom just stepped away and quietly. And I heard she's upset that he even brought this up publicly because that's not something he would do. And she's like, see, this is why I'm divorcing him. This is nothing what Lavar Ball would do. Lavar would never bring that public. Like, he never told the world when she had the stroke what was even wrong with her. He kept it in house. Now, here he is doing this. This is not like Lavar. Like she said, this ain't the guy I know. That's why she wants the divorce. She's not going to be made to be a fool. This will get your attention. This will get your message. She wants out. But the whole internet couldn't wait to go out and call it. He took care of her when she had a stroke, and now that he lost his leg, she gold. It's like, oh my God, boy, this is just unbelievable. And he's relishing in it. He wants to throw the guilt trip on her. And y'all didn't even pay attention that he's bragging about the other chick already. Oh, I already got somebody else. Already, nigga? Yes, you just confirmed the suspicions then. Didn't you? But he knew this is what y'all would do. Y'all gonna blame the leg. Oh, she left a crippled man. He wants y'all to be the... So y'all look at her in disgust for leaving, even though he pushed her away. See, I know men like that. Men who are very prideful and they real dominate the house. They rule. They the man of the house. And when they don't have that power of man of the house no more, or they feel like their power is, they don't have it no more, they get angry. They get dismissive. No one's even challenged them for it. They just feel weak. They don't feel like themselves. And it's a psychological thing where they got to get back, and they really probably need therapy. My boy had 4 strokes at one time. He had to get his body back together, go through rehab at the hospital and do all this treatment so he could no longer do all that physical stuff he used to do. He still can't really move his left arm like he used to, and do the things, but he was the man of the house. He did everything. Now his wife is the top breadwinner. He's getting disability now. And he just feel weak. He don't feel like himself. He feel like everything's falling apart for him. And nobody's there to try to pick him up. Even though people are there to like, tell us what you want us to do. We're here to help you. He don't want no help. He want to wallow in the misery. So now here is this assistant who's there waiting on him hand and feet. And he, oh man, she into me and all that. Yeah, this is a bad chick. He feel like he can get his groove back now with somebody else. But the people that he been knowing for 30 years, he don't want them to see him as weak. That's why he didn't want to come home till they had that prosthetic. He didn't want to come out there unless he was ready to walk. And that's why he started the rehab and hitting the weights. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Now, I'm not saying it's all his fault. A marriage goes in a lot of different directions, B. You know people that's married. You've seen it. You know how it goes. It's not rocket science. It's real. When you see people who are married, they have a certain thing about them, an aura. They have went through, to me, marriage. I think y'all the bravest people on earth, because being married, man, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. I don't know how anybody can do it. I couldn't deal with dealing with somebody nonsense who's just, I'll be like, are you helping me with the bills this month? Because my God, you got a lot of lip and a lot of input. So it's so many different things that's in the game that's not true to the game. And a lot of them are out of control, out of our element, what we're supposed to be dealing with in society. You know, people have made their bed and now they got to lie in it. But when you go public like that and try to shame your other spouse member who's been quiet and you normally was quiet, now you want to go public and shame them, that's never a good idea. It's never a good idea. Remain and be who you are all the way through and through. The person that starts not being like themselves usually is the person that is the problem in the relationship. The person that's consistent with who they are, they usually are not the problem. And right now we can tell you're part of that problem. You're a big part of the problem. And I think more than her. So I'm not saying you're not a great father. I'm not saying you didn't do a great job as a husband, but some way along the way, when you were ill, it exposed a whole different side of you that other people probably couldn't see, now that they can see, and they didn't like it. And it got so bad that your wife for 30 years had to leave. And rather than try to fix it with your wife, you were too honorary and already went with another woman, which confirmed everything else. And if I found out all this information, other people know by now. If I can go get this information, why can't they get it? They know it. It's out there. Everybody can get it if they want to, if they want to know. But your narrative is what's trending. Your narrative is what's living. So I just thought it'd be fair to put the truth out there. So now that everybody know the truth, that's what's going on. And don't forget to hit us up on the Patreon, and which is Carcino for Life. Become a member. All those wonderful things. Like the video, you know, so it can get what they say. Y'all can hype it up like Hype Williams, and we are out the door. You know.